It's the marquee game of opening weekend, and off we go on a Sunday night on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Here's Watson now on second down. He's got Fuller. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout call. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Come back, come back. Down. Blue ready.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. They go play action here on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On second down, here's Miller. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. The Super Bowl hero, Malcolm Butler, makes a stop. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Throwing on third down, Watson. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They will indeed snap it to Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Following the interception here, Mariota. And no, incomplete. Boy. They took a shot there on the first play, tried to start it out with a bang, but it's second down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Play fake. Mariota under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. J.J. Watt breaking through to get him for a loss of 7.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. They go play action. Mariota. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. On play action, Mariota. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Mariota now. He will find Davis on the left side, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at about the 32. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A first down carry now for Miller. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Play action for Miller. Now Watson. Over the middle, complete. It's Bird. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A very solid gain of 27.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They go back to the ground now with Miller. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Now another timeout here called by the Titans. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. They come out here in the eye. Back to throw, Watson. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Texans have taken the early lead. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that makes the score 7-0. Crosby on now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Play action now. Mariota. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Morgan. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking here for Smith downfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Andre Howe. And he's able to get it back to right around. 27. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 27. They begin with a run by Miller. And some room to maneuver. Lamar Miller, 20, 10. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
To throw is Watson. Looking deep downfield. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, Houston. Jordan Akins, 79 yards. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early. Probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 37. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Wesley Woodyard there on the tackle.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Watson hands this to Foreman. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. From the gun, here's Watson. And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. The Texans send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. The Pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And that is incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
So they tried the 59-yarder and missed it. And now this offense starts just 1 yard shy of midfield. On 1st down, Watson. Throw left side, taken in by Miller. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And give him a gain of 37.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
Now a handoff to Miller. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Two minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Tennessee after this. Now a carry here for Orleans Darkwa. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Watson now to throw. Underneath for Miller. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Now Mason Crosby on for the field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Crosby puts it through, And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the posts. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
Now they'll run it on the toss. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
You don't have to be a finished product to show some pretty good glimpses of what could be in this league, and we just saw an example of it on that nice run there. When I looked at him coming out of college, I saw a guy with raw, terrific ability. I couldn't wait to see how it was going to be harnessed and polished up in the NFL. In fact, some people thought he could play a little slot receiver as well as run the football. This guy has the ability to be a big-time player with more seasoning.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pick up there of 20 yards. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Ohio!
Now back to throw. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday night telecast of the new season. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This one fielded at the 5. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays?
Under pressure, and they got to him again. J.J. Watt in there to get him for his second sack of the night.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And Davis with it left side. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 49-yard line. They try again with Lewis. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On play action, they'll throw. They'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Wallace over the middle. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. J.J. Watt in there to get him again. The third time he sacked him here tonight. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Flushed out right. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll look to throw here. That is caught at the 7. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They'll get 11, but still a little short. Fourth down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. It's a quarterback sneak, and he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They only get a hard-fought yard, but that's all they needed. It pays off the decision to go for it. First and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Now from the 7, here's second and goal. He'll get it up the middle. He gets it a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not got much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player, as well as a physical specimen.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And Suckup will put this one right through. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Again, it's Miller. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It'll be a pickup of 12 yards. And that'll make it 3rd and 1.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. Third and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
10th carry now for Lamar Miller. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
Down.
Here's Watson now on second down. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down.
My, oh my, they've had some success bringing him off the edge. How about the gambling man who's the defensive coordinator? He's not just bringing pressure. He's bringing a corner to go after the quarterback.
And it's worked twice now, twice like a charm.
And not only has that worked like a charm, he's been awfully disruptive in his usual role covering receivers. Now he's rushing the passer as well.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Out of the gun, Watson. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Throw left side complete. That's Davis. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Flex round. Flex round.
He'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 23 yards on the play. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Ohio. Ohio. Flex round. Flex round. Ohio. Ohio.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick, and he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
After the interception, here's Watson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jayon Brown coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Only 3 yards on the pickup. They'll be left staring at a 3rd and 14. A shotgun snap for Watson. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Jayon Brown in there to drop it for his 2nd sack now here tonight. The Texans send the punter out as he's on to kick it away. And he puts a little something extra into this one, by far his best of the night. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him. Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Uncorks one for Davis. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down.
Flex round! Flex round!
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They go play action here on 1st down. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Over the middle to Smith. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 23 yards on the play.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Tackle made by Whitney Merciless.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
They'll set up to throw. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
They'll set up a throw. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's third down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a pass.
And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. J.J. Watt in there again. My goodness, that is now his 4th sack tonight. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Here's a give to Miller. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Down. Black 22. Black 22.
They'll run it again with Miller. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And this is going to be incomplete. The former first-round pick, Vernon Hargreaves, the one who was there defensively.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and it's under pressure. They got him again. J.J. Watt in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. That goes for a gain of 31.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney bringing the pressure again, and that is his 3rd sack here tonight. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Over the middle, complete. That's Perkins. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another 1st down. They'll look to throw. And an alley to run. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. He'll drop to throw. Now a desperation throw deep, and it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown, but probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off.
And there's the touchdown that they needed, so they'll celebrate. But the guys on the sidelines, they've got to stay focused. The onside kick team, they need them to get the ball back.
Yeah, part one of the equation done. Now they need to convert and then get that onside kick. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now out comes Houston. The clock cannot be stopped here. Defense can't do anything. So kneel it down, take it home.
No doubt about it. It's what you practice for in winning situations each and every week. Victory formation. Take a knee and go on into the locker room and celebrate.
Call it a victory. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week one. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for the Texans, it was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit 1-0 as they win by a touchdown. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Mile High to take on